Your brand is making a promise to every potential client before you say a single word. Right now, that promise is, I'm affordable. And if that stings a little, it should. Because high ticket clients are not reading your captions, comparing your offers, or feeling out your vibe. They're making a decision in seconds based on how your brand looks. And most entrepreneurs are unintentionally positioning themselves as the budget option while wondering why they're stuck competing on price. I've spent the last decade building luxury brands for women who are done playing small. And I can tell you this, high-end brands are not prettier. They're positioned differently. So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly how to build a brand that attracts high ticket clients without shouting, discounting, or chasing. If you're ready to elevate your brand, hit like and let's get into it. If you're new here, I'm Mariah, award-winning luxury brand designer and business coach. I help women build high-ticket coaching and consulting brands that actually match the level they operate at, not something that looks good but quietly undersells them. And if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that because this channel is all about building a brand that works for you, not one you constantly have to explain. The fastest way to look like the budget option. When a new client comes to me, there's one thing I can spot immediately, and it's not subtle. It's DIY branding. And I get it. It's fun. It feels creative. It feels productive to make your own brand. But what it's actually doing is putting a ceiling on what you're able to charge. Because high ticket clients don't see resourceful. They see not operating at a high level. And this is where a lot of smart women get stuck. They're brilliant at what they do, but they're spending hours tweaking fonts, building websites, trying to piece together a brand that feels good enough instead of asking the real question. Would someone at the level I want to attract trust this? Because high-end brands are not DIY projects. They're built with intention, expertise, and restraint. Why good enough is costing you clients. Here's what's truly interesting. A lot of my clients don't think their brand is the problem. They know something's off. They're not getting the clients they want. They're not making the money they expected, but they still kind of like what they built until we launch their new brand. And then it clicks instantly. I've had clients look at their old brand after we rebrand them and say, why did I spend so much time on that? Because once you see the difference, you can't unsee it. And more importantly, your clients can't either. If this is landing for you, comment elevate, because most women are not undercharging due to lack of skill. They're undercharging because of how their brand is being perceived. How high ticket clients actually decide. This is where most people get it wrong. They think their client is analyzing everything logically, but they're not. They're feeling it. Your client cannot sit there and articulate, well, the typography feels off or the composition isn't balanced, but they know when something feels high end and when it doesn't. It's a gut decision. And this is something we talk about a lot in higher level brand conversations. At a certain level, people are not buying based on information. They're buying based on perception, which means your brand is answering one question immediately. Is this a safe investment or a risk? And most brands don't realize they're accidentally signaling risk. The real shift from DIY to decision. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Luxury branding is not about making something look nicer. It's about making a decision about how you want to be perceived and backing that decision with execution. Because the women I work with at the highest level, they're not asking, how can I make this look good? They're asking, what does this communicate about me? And that shift changes everything. Where this becomes real, this is exactly where most brands start to break down. Not because they're bad, but because no one has ever looked at them through the lens of positioning. When I'm auditing brands at this level, this is usually where we start noticing the gap between the level someone operates at and what their brand is actually signaling. And once you see it, it's very hard to go back. So if you're at that point where you know your brand doesn't match the level you're stepping into, that's exactly what we look at inside my luxury brand audit. And if you want to understand the next layer of this, especially how this shows up on your website, go watch this video right here. 7 luxury website design tips that make your brand look high-end.